Hey guys, welcome to another vlog update. Just a quick thing to throw out in the beginning. I'm still contemplating how much of my personal life I want to include in on these updates. I'm sort of leaning towards trying to find a middle ground of part of the stories that affects how I create these stories. And so anything that affects me personally in my real world life, I kind of want to put a little bit of that in there, but I don't want to get too crazy, too personal, because I don't want to be like, shoot my food every day and like, you know what I mean? I still want this to be very relevant to the story of how I create stories. So anyway, on to the most recent events. In the last video, if you saw, I was talking about my hand being all buggered up, possibly carpal tunnel or something like that. So I went to a doctor and he gave me 5 minutes. In that 5 minutes, I felt like he just heard what he wanted to hear. He just sort of A, B, C, D, he's heard this a million times or whatever. And he kind of written me off as like I was looking for a WCB claim or some sort of something, I don't know. That's not why I went to the doctors. I wanted to figure out what was wrong with me so I can figure out how to fix myself. So anyway, he wanted to set me up with a specialist. And I have an appointment for that for April the 23rd, if memory serves. That's in another couple of months from now. And this has been going on for like a month now since, doing this. So, in my opinion, that is just a complete and utter failure of the healthcare system. I'm hurt and I need to wait. So anyway, I went to a second place to get a second opinion. And this one was a little bit of a different place in that you actually got to pay up front to see the doctor, which I'm not entirely against. There's a lot of good things around that. But in order to try to figure out the value of that for me to be able to put out the money, I was talking to the secretary and it kind of sounded like it might be some sort of injection therapy. And that kind of, raised some alarms, so I wasn't about to spend money to go, I don't know if that's a good idea. So I'm still looking for a third opinion. I still want to get a doctor that's more like a family doctor that shares my values and beliefs and how we heal and all that stuff. And I'm on that quest. So I don't know where to find this person, but hopefully, and if you know somebody in Kelowna that kind of fits kind of my philosophies, please let me know because I would really like to find this doctor. All right, so as you're probably aware, I am not the kind of person that's just going to stand around and wait for doctors to figure out what they're going to do. I'm going to be very proactive at this, and I'm going to try to solve this problem before they even get the chance to. So the first thing I did is I went out and I got myself a hand splint. And the reason because of that, because I learned is your hand wants to be in like a handshake position. That is the healthiest spot. So basically, I assessed everything in my life and what I was doing, and I'm trying to do more of this. So with the hand splint, it basically does that for me. It forces me to do that. And so at work, there's only really one table that I can't play because even with the splint, but I can now play all the other games. The pain is gone, and I can do work now, which is good. With that said too, I got a bike, or I travel by bike, and I'm doing a lot of this, and so I've got the bars a little bit higher. I got a much more wider grip for when I am like this, but I also got those little L bars or whatever you want to call it, so I can sit more better on my bike while I'm traveling. So going into the home front, I noticed my mouse. I do a lot of this, so now I got a new mouse that does this, which is great. So I've gotten used to it, and it's wonderful. Except for I wish I had more customizable buttons, but that's besides the point. The other thing I'm looking at is a keyboard, and this one here, oh man, if I want the best of the best, and I don't think second best would probably be an improvement, but if I want the best keyboard for what I want to do, even then, saying it's the best is probably overstating it because there's certainly some features that it's missing. But anyway, it's $500. $500 for a keyboard. I mean, if you ever go pricing for a keyboard, anything over $100, you're getting into some really nice specialized keyboards. You can get a nice keyboard for less than $100. So $500 for a keyboard is a little on the. So I'm still pondering that. Yeah, we'll see in due time. So another thing that I was looking at is my seating position at home when I'm doing my work stuff. I've got a Lazy Boy setup. It's an old chair and it's actually falling apart. And what I've kind of concluded is I'm sitting lower in the chair than I used to, and it's causing me to sit up like this, which isn't really good for my shoulders. And then because just the way the chair is falling apart, I'm actually sitting at an angle. So I think that has negatively affected my health in a huge way. So basically, I got rid of that chair. Get rid of it. And I've got a new office chair that is full tilt, adjustable in so many different ways. I didn't want to mess around with that. To go along with that chair, I figured I'm going to need a new desk. I didn't really have a desk before, but I got a new desk, and it's one of those standing desks. Now, I don't anticipate I'm going to do a whole lot of standing with a desk. I will try it. I will intend to use it at times, but the best part about it is I can put the desk perfectly to the perfect height that I need it, along with the chair. And basically my goal is to maximize the comfort of working on a computer. So I'm going to be doing a lot of editing, a lot of scripting, a lot of work at my computer. It's probably worth investing in making sure that whole system isn't going to hurt me. Which brings me on to my next point. Because my posture isn't so ideal, like I like to go for hikes and I do bike ride, but I still don't consider that to be, the best exercise I can get. So I actually got a gym membership, and I'm now going to the gym, and my goal isn't to bodybuild or anything or be an athlete, but basically to straighten my posture out and tone out a bit and basically, do whatever. So I've been doing that for a month, and this whole everything changing for a month, my hand feels much better than what it used to be. I'm anticipating when I go for that doctor's appointment, I'm gonna be like, I don't need you anymore. So I'm gonna keep it up. I think that's all good. All right, so I have one other little dilemma that is kind of it's something that I can work around. I know it's going to affect other people a lot more than it's going to affect me, so I feel it. But anyway, my hours at work, and a lot of people's hours at work, have been drastically cut. I'm down to an 18-hour work week, and this isn't what this is about. This is just something I have to deal with. If this is short term, like a month, I can live on that. I can factor that in. I can, just tighten my budget. It's not a big deal for me. But if I don't use this time wisely, then it can be wasted time. So like the thing with the strike, I didn't get as much content out as I wanted to in that time. So I definitely don't want to repeat that mistake. So I want to create more videos. Now with the whole hand concern, I can't do a lot of scripting and whatnot. So my Better Life, Better Planet and doing like that very articulated, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. What I will want to try to do is more mini docs. I've mentioned this as a marketing plan before, and it's still definitely part of my plan, is to get out there and do little videos, telling people stories, things that relate to the community of Kelowna and kind of what I'm getting into, whether it's farming, but really, it's a pretty wide thing. In fact, the video project that I also have in mind would be there's a pizza place that I like. There's the penthouse suite, so, there's projects for me to work on. My challenge is a little bit on the accountability side. Just like this video right here, I've been kind of procrastinating to do this one for about a week now. And it's very easy to find other things to do that are semi-productive, but not as productive as actually doing the video. So I need to work on that and make sure I'm on top of that. I wish I had a team, like there's a saying, 1 + 1 is 3. If I had another person and we were both sort of in the same vision and going forth with this, oh man, it would be 3 times more down the road than if it's just me. But I'm still trying to find those people, and when that time comes, it'll come. But in the meantime, if you have any ideas for a video project, either whether it's something that I'm working on or something that you want to work on with me, just get a hold of me, like pitch your idea, and as long as I'm having fun, I want to do it. So, other than that, have yourself a good one, and we'll catch you soon. See ya.